The weather, climate change, don't look up, really showing its face. You know, the pandemic, part of climate change. As the climate warms up, we're going to see more and more viruses flourish. We're going to see more and more wildfires. We're going to see more and more floods. We're going to see more and more earthquakes. All of the bad weather things that we're going to, tornadoes, hurricanes. It's just more of it. And what happened in Colorado, which is near Denver, it was between Denver and Boulder, this town called, it's Boulder County. This doesn't say what actual, but it's like between Denver and Boulder, this community. A lot of houses, 1,000 houses, thousands of homes on fire. I mean, you see in these pictures the before and after. It's just, the bottom picture looks like the intro to Weeds, that show where the mom sold weed. And that song, the tiny boxes. It's just like your standard track home community where all the houses are the same. It almost looks like if that were a community in the desert, that would be like a gated community where it's all planned out, clearly the same developer. But then the top picture is just everything burnt to the ground. Everything burnt and gone. And it's crazy. I only lived in Denver for 2 years. I loved Denver. I loved the people of Denver. I really enjoyed the 2 years and think fondly of those 2 years quite often. And and this happened like on Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas. I forget exactly what day this happened. And it might say, it doesn't look like it says. But yeah. A time when generally you get some snow, which apparently this was a record year for Denver. For the longest, they've gone without getting their first snow. They've gotten snow. They actually got snow like a day or two after these fires. So there's like pictures that you can see also online of just all of these burnt down, this entire neighborhoods just eliminated from existence, covered in snow. It's a crazy reality we're living in, which is also one of my favorite podcasters, Jeff Canada, just recently moved to Denver from LA. He's the host of the Filmcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts. And he just moved from LA to Denver. I think I don't know if he moved to the Boulder area. I hope he's nowhere near this. But still, the fact that this happened at all in Denver, in that area, I mean, the thing about Denver is that it's a lot of wide open spaces, a lot of greenery. Clearly, that greenery dried out, especially, I'm sure, dried out even more considering they hadn't gotten any snow for so long. But, yeah, kind of a scary spot to be in a lot of ways. Because, like, all of that vegetation, when that dries out, that's just a huge tinderbox. But, yeah, I love Denver, and that's a tragic thing that's just happening everywhere. And that's the crazy thing, is that Jeff Canada moved from California because he was in L.A., moved because of the wildfires, because of the earthquakes, because of the constant drought that we're constantly huge issue, you know? Like, there's the only water we have is going to big corporations that are selling it back to you. But yeah, he posted a thing. Is Denver going to start getting earthquakes now? Which, yeah, maybe. I don't know what kind of fracking is going on in that area, but that will definitely bring. I remember one of the first things I noticed when I got to Denver, I got to Colorado, is all of the propaganda, all of these commercials funded by the oil companies talking about how amazing these oil companies have cleaned up the environment after they did their drilling and how amazing life is. Like, it's just a lot of propaganda from there. So there must be tons of oil companies in and around Colorado that clearly trying to make sure the people in those areas think that their being there is a good thing. But yeah, just a tragic thing to happen. Hopefully the Kanata family is safe and remains to be so.